practicing patience is a life skill that I think a lot of people spend many lifetimes having to relearn. When Source asks us to be patient, we should listen. We are going to receive what it is that we desire, what we're asking for. We just have to go through certain life lessons. We have to go through certain experiences. We have to meet certain people in order to activate this desire, or in order to activate something within us that allows us to match the frequency of what it is that we're asking for. And so I want to share a message of you of being patient and knowing and trusting and believing that everything will work out as you wish. This doesn't mean that you're not taking action towards your goals. This doesn't mean that you're, being lazy, or that you shouldn't be doing anything. Quite the opposite. You should actually be focusing in more on what brings you joy, focusing on the things that make you happy, focusing on self-love and self-care. These are the things that we need to be doing while we are being patient. Being patient doesn't mean that we are going in the opposite direction of what it is that we're desiring. It's just that we're slowly moving towards it by going within, by loving ourselves, by setting daily habits that keep us in alignment with what it is that we're trying to attract, by doing the things that we know we should be doing so that we are a vibrational match for what it is that we're trying to attract. For example, if you are trying to attract the partner of your dreams and you're just like, damn, I went on all the dating apps, I am going out, I'm meeting people, I'm going on dates, nothing is working, nothing is sticking, I feel like I am going to give up because there's no one out there for me. But Source says you need to be patient. And what does this look like? This looks like you continuing to go to the gym. It looks like you eating healthy. It looks like you doing all of the things that you would do with your partner, but doing them alone, or doing them with friends, or choosing to do them because you know that ultimately one day you will be attracting a partner who will be doing the same things as you. And who knows, you could be going to the gym and that's where you meet your person, right? So that's one example of being patient and continuing to live in your truth so that you can match the frequency of what is waiting for you. Another example is if you are trying to get a job and you're trying to level up in your career and you're just like, you're feeling frustrated because you're submitting all of these applications, etc., etc. Well, know that Source has something great waiting for you. And in the meantime, while you are waiting to step into that career, act as if you already have it. Act as if you have already received and accepted the offer. Act as if you are already living your day-to-day life as if you have this position. And so what this is doing is aligning you again with the frequency that is preparing you for what is to come. And so while we're in this period of being patient, it takes us out of this lack mindset where we are focused on what we don't have. Instead, we're focusing on what we are going to receive, and it's preparing us. And Source is telling us to be patient because there are certain levels to this. There are certain things that we have to realize and bring awareness to before we can align and attract what it is that we're looking for. And I know I sound like a broken record, but ultimately the gist here is that when you pause and you really take inventory of your thought towards the thing that you want to desire, you are moving away from a state of lack and into a state of abundance. You are moving into a space where you are allowing yourself to be receptive to what is to come. Source cannot give you what you're desiring in this moment because there is something blocking it. There's something standing in the way. There is this thought that because you don't have it now, you are not worthy, or that you feel as though it's never going to happen. And when you're stuck in this thought loop, when you're stuck in this vibration, it makes it impossible for Source to bring towards to you what you are looking to receive. And so when you continue to do the things that bring you joy, when you continue to live in love, when you continue to provide self-love and you live in that truth, you become receptive to all things creation. You become receptive to the quantum jump that you've probably been listening to. You become receptive to manifestation, rapid manifestation at that. And then as you slowly start to receive everything that you have been wanting, and when you receive everything that you've been wanting, you start to realize the patterns that took place, the habits that you adapted have led you to this point where now you are able to manifest rapidly. No matter where you are on your spiritual journey, there is still moments where things will take time. There was a point in the beginning of my journey where I was like, wow, I asked for something and I receive it. I am a master manifester, right? And things were happening so rapidly for me spiritually. But as you level up and as you go deeper into your healing journey, you start to notice periods of stagnation because there are lessons that need to be learned. In order for us to expand from where we are into where we want to go, we have to be able to integrate these lessons and move forward with them. And that is essentially what's happening when we're being patient, when we are allowing Source to do its magic, allowing the universe to bring us through certain situations and experiences to help align us to this new timeline. Whew. That was a lot, and I was not expecting to go there, but ultimately, I think a lot of people right now in this moment are feeling this period of frustration because they're wondering why they're not able to manifest as quickly as they, are told that they can. They're not able to attract the thing that they've been wanting for so long. But I promise you, when you do the exercise of letting go and going deeper into you, into the things that you love, into the things that bring you joy, and you kind of lose track of time, that is when things start to accelerate very rapidly. And all of a sudden, a month has gone by and you are so much more in love with yourself. You know more about yourself. You have raised your awareness to a point where you're ready to receive. And the beautiful thing about it is, in hindsight, you'll look back and say, wow, I'm so glad that Source waited to give me what it is that I wanted, because I am so much more ready today than I was a week ago or a month ago or however long ago it was. You'll start to recognize that everything happens in divine timing and it happens exactly as it should. And so one practice that I highly, highly, highly recommend that we start doing in order to sit in the space and time where we are waiting to receive the thing that we desire is to journal as if you already have it. This takes us further away from the lack mindset and puts us into the reality of us living that experience. So for example, I'm so happy that I am experiencing exponential growth in my income through my business. I am so happy that I am experiencing this beautiful connection and partnership that aligns with my highest values. Our relationship is built on trust, communication, balance, harmony, love, and peace. And we are doing all of the things that I imagined we would be doing. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm experiencing a life of freedom where I get to wake up whenever I feel like it. I get to complete my rising routine. I get to travel the world with my person or my family or my friends. And I have the freedom to do whatever I please throughout the day. These are just examples of ways that you can begin journaling throughout your days so that you can start to bring closer to you this reality that you desire. Journaling is so, so powerful. I've made a few videos here on my channel about the power of scripting and the power of journaling and how to incorporate it into your daily practice, because as you start to write these realities down, you'll start to see how they begin to manifest into your world. And to me, this is true rapid manifestation. This to me is the way that we can kind of forget about time. And when you forget about time, it tends to speed up. And so that saying, time flies when you're having fun, this is truly applicable here, because when you're journaling and you're scripting, you find yourself immersed in the experience. And let's say even if you were scripting for 2 months and nothing happens, you're still immersed in the idea of this reality that you've created through your words and through your journaling and through your scripting. The same thing works if you are an audio person. If you wanted to record audio recordings of yourself living this life, recollecting your dream day as if you already are living it and incorporating the things that you are trying to manifest and bring into your reality is a great practice that you can begin doing. So if you have the desire to do either of those practices, please let me know how it goes for you in the comments down below. Another great practice that you can start doing is meditating and really starting to identify those thought patterns where you feel as though you're keeping yourself in this lack mindset. You're keeping yourself in the reality where you do not have the thing you desire. And then from there, start reinforcing positive thought patterns where, again, you are reinforcing the desire that you want to bring into your reality. These are all things that you can do while you're patiently waiting to manifest what it is that you desire, to create your dream reality. And over time, little by little, you will begin to see how a lot of these things, these practices, the little things that you wrote about will start to make their way into your experience. And so I hope this video was helpful for you. I feel as though I was rambling just a little bit, but this is a topic that's been really heavy on my heart lately. So I wanted to share it with someone who may also be experiencing something similar, where Source is asking us to be patient and we're kind of having this internal battle. And when it comes to Source, we cannot argue. And so I hope that this video helps you in this time, in this space, to recognize and receive the fact that when you focus on you and you do the things that you love, more love will come. Thank you.